Yo, welcome to the motherfucking neighborhood via mystical illuminations. Happy motherfucking business savvy Sunday. Happy motherfucking what is it? Monday motivation on Sunday. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right fucking now. I'm gonna tell you right fucking now. This gonna be a long one. This gonna be a long one, my friend. So make sure that you go ahead and get your pen, your papers, your mileage, your blunts, your perkies. It might take you a while to watch this, but you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss this shit. Really quickly, I'm gonna give you today's agenda. We are going to do we're gonna do a because I had my mental health awareness. Y'all know mental health awareness day was yesterday for me. So I didn't get to do our spiritual Saturday. I didn't get to do spiritual Saturday. So we're gonna do a mix up of spiritual Saturday and Monday motivation on Sunday. So we're gonna do a mental stretch. We're going to do. I'm gonna give y'all a brief piece of guidance as I would do in Spiritual Saturday. We're gonna talk about the Purge 2, bitch. The Purge 2. Then we're gonna do a little bit of BBC. And then I'll pull some cards and I'll do the astrology and the motivation on Monday for on Sunday. So we got a long or a tight agenda. I'm gonna try not to keep us too fucking long. Let me tell you what I'm sipping on. I told the owner, the guy at Common Market, I will review this. I am drinking this Delta 8 Seltzer. Listen, seltzer, whatever it's called, it's nice. It's nice. I drank one before the walk yesterday, and it's a very cool and calming. I had one this morning. I'm still drinking it. I mixed it with my Gatorade because I'm still kind of trying to shake back from from this weekend. Friday night, I went too hard. I went a little bit too hard Friday night. I haven't gone that hard in a minute. So there's that, my friend. So welcome. I keep saying so. I watched the video. Oh, the spiritual bodybuilder. That's something I wanted to do too. I want to give a huge shout out. Listen to me, my friends. Listen to me. Esco Productions. Let me tell you, I love Esco. I call him the sixth guy. It's a lot of sixth guy worshiping going on. I fucking love Esco. If you need some graphics, if you need some video intros, if you whatever you need, he is the Nikola Tesla of digital design. He don't even know how. He's the fucking Einstein of digital design, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited that I get to work with him. And like he does digital design, like we read cards. So I know I told him, I fussed at him and I said, hey, you need to start making packages. Listen, if you can, if you book him, get a consultation package. It might cost a little bit more a consultation, but do a consultation. You can tell him what you want and he gonna do that too. But if you get a consultation package, talk to him about who you are and your vision, and he intuitively creates what you want. Like he hit for hit on my mental health awareness maintenance pop-up shops. So listen, I'm telling you, Esco Productions. I'll make sure I link him in the bio. Y'all can follow him on Instagram. Y'all can follow him on YouTube, and it's ESKO Productions, or just ESKO. I call him the sixth guy. I love him. He also a Scorpio like Drake. Y'all know how I love Drake. So I love him like I love Drake. I love Kanye like I love myself like Kanye loved Kanye. That part. So y'all make sure. I just had to make sure I took some time. Shout out again. Y'all already know, to the motherfucking Peace Dealer for putting us together. I have been working with some phenomenal people. Shout out to the motherfucking spiritual bodybuilder. I had a live ayahuasca ceremony with no ayahuasca, having a great conversation with him. So listen, it's up. It's been a busy fucking weekend, so I'm sorry that I'm just getting this to you guys, but welcome. Happy spiritual Saturday. And of course, y'all know I had my morning edible. I told my sister, I was like, listen, I'm a drug addict. It's like that sometimes. Y'all, I'm not a drug addict, but listen, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Think what the fuck you want to think, but I have a good time. I enjoy my life. How about you? How about that? How about that? Self-made, don't owe a nigga now favor. Don't owe a nigga now favor. You heard me? You heard me, shawty? All right. So, y'all already know. Let me get my shit together. So today's mental stretch, all right, you guys. I've been rambling enough for you guys to have had enough time to go get some pen and the paper. Don't show up to my class without no fucking. Don't show up not fucking prepared. That's not what this is. So our mental stretch or our spiritual check-in today. So how y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? Let me tell you, yesterday was my favorite time of the year, but I was disappointed at least twice yesterday. At least twice. And we'll get into it. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. But how y'all doing? How was y'all week? How you feeling coming out of this week? And you know, even though I was disappointed twice this week, I'm in a good place. I'm still, I ain't lose no sleep. I slept like a baby, my boy. I slept like a fucking toddler. A toddler who parents just gave them a fucking melatonin chewy gummy, bitch. One of them. That's how I slept. Like I had drool on my face when I woke up this morning. So that part. So today's mental stretch is, how has your perspective shifted this week? Or has it shifted? And if so, was it in a good or a bad way? And that's okay. That's how we actively tune into our lives. Hopefully that that makes sense to you. Or I hope that makes sense to you. All right. How has your perspective shifted this week? Has it shifted? And if so, was it in a good or a bad way? And if not, do you think that's a good or bad thing? Let's talk about it. It's Mental Health Awareness Weekend. Let's talk about it. So I'll answer this question, and this will kind of go into because like I'm laying in my bed this morning, I couldn't get up to go over this or to do this video, but spring cleaning popped in my head, and I don't know, that's not the motivation for us. So the cheat code for this week is brace yourself. Excuse me, it's brace yourself. Listen, y'all want to make sure y'all pay attention to these things. You want to make sure you pay attention to these things, but like the message that I kept resonating in my head was spring cleaning. And I remember when I went back, when I actually did the purge video, I was like, well, maybe we're just starting the purge. We were just starting the purge. The purge is still here and we're deep in it. So I call this a little bit. So it's like a little bit of the purge to brace yourself, bitch. Yeah, we're going to go compound that shit. The purge too. So brace yourself. And because if we go into or we're in this purge and we don't realize we're in this purge, it could take us back and we could trip over some shit. But when you brace yourself, that means you prepare for impact. Hello, somebody, that's deep. When I say prepare for impact, I mean it in every sense, in every entendre of the word, prepare for impact. Let me sip my Delta 8 drink. I'm still sipping on this shit. It's nice. It's nice. Fresh dressed like $1,000,000. That's how I feel. Brace yourself for impact. All right. So this week, hold on, because the light blinking or whatever. So this week, my perspective shifted, but not in the way that this bitch. Nobody told me to brace myself this week. Nobody fucking told me to brace myself, bitch. You just caught me. It just got me with that love jag. But I was already, thank God, I'm already firmly submitted in who I am. So I didn't have to brace myself. If you get ready, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. My sister tell me that shit all the time. So I stay ready. I stay braced, bitch. But I had to realize some people don't know how to brace themselves. Some people ain't braced. Don't know. They don't know. So I had to. This is my message to you, my cheat code to you for this week is brace yourself. Ooh, we got a lot of shit about to happen in the skies and the stars. There's a lot of stuff going on in the motherfucking stars. We're going to talk about it. So, but before we get to that, we got to get to my perspective shift. And I'm going to be Andre 3K with y'all. Y'all already know a bitch love to be Andre. I don't never want to be myself. I always want to be Andre. Who is Andre? If you don't know who Andre is, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This ain't for you. That joke wasn't for you. It be like that sometime. All right. I'm sorry. I was taking a picture of myself. All right. So this week, my paradigm shifted in a way that, like I said, it was very unexpected to me. I did not, by any means, expect to end the week in the mind frame that I ended it. Not that I ended it in a negative way, but I ended it in a way that was very unexpected. Because I planned, y'all, if you know me, you know I love Mental Health Awareness Weekend. You know I love Mental Health Awareness Month. The very thing that got me into mental health awareness is just, it took me back this week. I'm like, oh, okay, 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 all right, y'all. Listen, I went to the club and first off, I'm in fucking Charlotte, so I had my little Hope Dilla bandana on. Y'all know I had it tied across my head, and some dude, I don't know who he was. I know he had to be. He looked like he was. He looked like I was supposed to know this nigga was fucking important. We ain't even get to BBC yet, but we gonna throw this in here. We here now. He looked like he was supposed to be somebody important. I don't fucking know you. I don't even fucking watch TV. I could have been standing next to fucking Camilla Harris and probably didn't know. I didn't fucking know who the fuck this person was. And honestly, I didn't give a fuck. But that was his energy. That was his air. He didn't know I read energy. So I'm like, he cracked a joke on me. And I'm one of the little chicks. First off, I'm not affiliated with any gangs. But first off, if I was affiliated with a gang, the way he responded, the joke that he made was a dangerous joke. It's not something that you would ever do, but you could tell he ain't never been nowhere because of the joke he made. One, and then two, I don't think that he expected me, because y'all know I look really girly, so I look really, really dainty. So he was joking on me, and I was looking at him like the first time he said it, I was like, okay. And then after he leaned over to me, he was like, I was making a joke about your bandana. And I'm looking at him perplexed, not because I got the joke about the bandana the very first time he made it, because I'm like, what's going on here? Am I being punked? Anyways, conversation continues. Like, so his joke really wasn't funny. Like, niggas do not like if you don't laugh at their joke. And not only was I not laughing at his motherfucking joke, like, I looked like I was supposed to know who he was. So I looked like I was supposed to fangirl over him. I had no clue who this guy was. No fucking clue. Still don't. And was not sober enough to be like, if I saw him in the lineup, I could probably pick him out, because I'm always that aware. But anyways. So, he said something to me. Oh, my homeboy had walked up, because I was standing by myself. My homeboy walked up to me and was like, you good? I was like, oh yeah, I'm Gucci. Cause I don't know this nigga. And he was just like, so he saw that. I was like, oh, he was like, is that your man's? I was like, nah, that's not my man's. That's just my homeboy. He was just like, oh, you good? You in good hands? I was like, no, darling, you're in good hands. He was like, as long as this dude standing next to me, I am in good hands. And I just looked at him and smiled like, sir, you don't even know. But okay, all right. And so he just, like, I guess that was supposed to, like, ruffle my feathers. And I was still looking at him like, because I guess I was supposed to be scared of the guy. I don't know. The guy, I don't know. He was a big guy, pink shirt. You know, he looked like he could have been a bodyguard. He looked like he was a bodyguard. But I'm still like, that randomly happened to me this week. And I was just like, fuck is wrong? What the fuck is wrong with niggas? Folks be in, like, they just be, oh, I can't stand an entitled motherfucker. Oh my God. That shit make me crazy. Anyways, that happened. I don't even know how I got on that story. BBC basic bitch conversation. But that happened. And I just was looking at him like, the fuck? What are we doing here? What's going on here? My friend was like, I thought you knew him. No, I ain't know him. But I also ain't worried about him either. Like, I don't know. That happened. So that happened to me this weekend. But Blizzard this weekend. So, I got on that to tell y'all about the guy. Because I had on a red bandana. I was like, ugh. Anyways, that happened to me this weekend. So I'm like, cool. All right, so then I had a couple events. I did a couple things this weekend. And I'm not going to go too far into details. But I'll say this. It was another purge moment. It was a moment where I wasn't aware that it was purge night. Everybody else got the memo. And I don't even know that it was another one of those Father forgive them for they know not what they do moments. I'm just cooling. Like, I'm enjoying my day. Y'all know I talked about this weekend like crazy. And all throughout my day, I'm always stay alert, stay alive. Stay alert, stay alive. So I always, I got a drink or a edible, but I'm always the most aware person in the room. Absolutely. I dated too many army men. I have too much army. Like I was in ROTC, so I got that army mentality. I'm glad that that's a mentality that was programmed in me. So I'm always alert, alive. No matter how sloppy I am, no matter when I get home, that's one thing. But when I'm out in public, when I'm around and about, I'm always like I ain't never. Even when I'm home, I'm always cognizant of what's going on around me. If I'm not ever in my life, and I don't ever plan to get so out of my body that I don't know what's going on around me. Don't ever do that. That's dangerous, folks. Drinking tips, partaking tips 101. That's not what I do. So I'm always cognizant. But I'm cognizant in a way of safety, but I'm also cognizant in a way of growth. So I'm hanging out with people, and what I learned. So one of the things I kept saying. So I'm out. Shout out to the You Ain't Fucking With My Clique. The group of people that I met this weekend. You guys were awesome. You guys changed my life. Y'all gave me a little bit more hope into good people existing. I met some people that were of kindred spirit, and that was everything. It was everything I needed. That more than anything, So shout out to them, but. So we sitting and we chopping it up, and I'm peeping game. But one of the things I kept saying this weekend was, I was telling one of the young ladies that I met, shout out to Shay Shanika. I appreciate you. Not to be confused with Shaquiqui, the lady who does the clothes. This is another lady. She's also a fellow Leo. And so we just got to chopping it up. But I kept saying this weekend, I was like, oh, I'm going to this event. And it's like Mean Girls that's there. But I'm excited to go. One of the reasons I'm always excited to go, but I'm excited to go because I'm a different person. And I low-key want to flex. You know what I'm saying? Like I low-key want to flex. I'm a different person. I'm not at the place where you left me. You left me on the ground. You left me on the ground. And I think that, and it was because this group of a lot of people in this group, because I'm friends with the guys in this group, not with the girls generally. So the guys, they know me, and they know me not intimately sexually, but they know me as a person, as a human. So they know how I move. They, you know what I'm saying? Like I shout them out all the time, so they know how I move. The girls not so much, and the girls are very often taken back by me because I'm, especially these girls, they're a group of educated, they make nice money. I ain't bossing because Black Girl Magic, they young bosses, they sophisticated bosses, but it's a very snobby air. They have very snobby airs, and so I just automatically stick out like a sore thumb. And so when at the phase that I met them in, I was mid transformation. So I was going through fighting demons. So last time they saw me, I was a mess. But I'm out on the other side now. So I'm just, even the way I talk, walk, feel, move, like it's just different because I've owned me. I've stepped authentically into myself. I've accepted my truth. And so I was like in my mind, in my drunken stupor, and I'm thinking about this because I told you I'm not ever too drunk to not reflect on what I said. I'm cringing at constantly because when you get drunk, you say the same things over and over again. It's the thing I kept talking about. So apparently it's something that needs to be talked about. So I'm like, okay, cool. But I realize that's a red flag to me. Okay, that's something that needs to be healed. Why do you care what these girls think so much that you're going to go and flex on them? Sometimes, but Paul, sometimes it ain't even that deep. Sometimes you just want to flex on a hoe because you need to flex on these hoes to show them, bitch. It's like that. It's a balance. If we go back to our mental health awareness pop-up one, it's balance. It's all about balance. But, tangent, getting back on point. So, I go to this event, and I honestly, I'm so even at that point, like it's just something. It's a subconscious, there's a shadow. We gotta feed our shadow. We don't feed our shadow. Our shadow will come out of the door. Like it'll explode. So I'm like, okay. But when I get there, because I'm so excited about it, I forget all about this. I forget all about them. I don't even look for them. I don't even look at them. I don't know if they're there or not. Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But I get to the walk and I thoroughly enjoy it. And me as a self-assessment moment, I look back at myself I've been going to this walk from the beginning, since the very first walk. So I go back and I even saw a picture that the owner of the walk posted. And I'm just a completely different person. I'm an upgraded version of me. You can tell I'm no longer in a cage. So there's that. But I go to my events. Y'all know I love my event. I go to my homeboy event. But in the midst of going to these events, I was surveying the land. I was staying alert, staying alive. I was assessing stuff. And what I had to realize, or what I realized is, one, again, and it's something that's constantly reinforced. And we're going to talk about because we're in a time of right now, and I love this. I actually really, really love this because it's all tying together. But because Mercury is about to go in retrograde and lots of crazy things, but we'll get to it. And so it was a reinforcement of myself. But I walked into the purge. I didn't realize it was a purge. I didn't realize that I would walk into something and people would show me who they are and how we would moving forward. And that happened to me at least twice this week. Twice yesterday. So on 2 separate occasions, I walked into purges that I did not know what was going on. I was outside of my home in the purge, but people don't know. Just because I'm out in the purge don't mean I'm still not protected. So that's a part of the message today too. Listen, you got to be purge proof, period. In every state of your life, because you never know when the purge is going to pop up. You never know when you're going to walk into the purge. You never know who's going to invite you to their purge, and you don't know. You never know who bamboozle you to get you to what the fuck you supposed to be. Oh, message hoe. You never know who bamboozle you to get you to where you're supposed to be. And so, not that I was bamboozled this weekend, but I was of one mind. But the actions of others showed me a different perspective. So I had to do nothing. I had to sit still. I had to do what I do all of the time. And the people around me showed me what I was in. But you got to be alert. You got to understand when you're in the purge. You got to understand what the purge is. You got to understand. You got to be able to recognize it. Because if you don't recognize it, you can very well purge yourself. You could very well hurt your own fucking self. You could very well walk down the alley and not be protected. But if you always protected, if you always wrapped in the armor of God, whether you inside your house or outside your house, can't nobody from the purge get you. They think they purging you and they purging themselves. They didn't know. They thought because you wasn't in the house with all the shit on that you couldn't be, oh, she out here in our streets. Let's get her. You know? And I'm not talking about physical. I'm talking about spiritual comeback. Heavy is the head that wear the crown. Nobody's going to come to a king or a queen straight up. They going to do some old crazy side ass shit. Some shit that you just got to peep. You got to watch. You got to be patient. You got to understand. Only a person who's really gone through something can know when they in the middle of something. That's the purge. You have to be aware. A lot of people are not aware of what they're in. So they don't know they're in the purge. They don't know they're in. So when people fell away, they don't understand why. That's because you was in the midst of the purge and God kept your stupid ass. You wasn't aware, but God was aware. You trying to figure out why these people falling away from you. What you don't know is they was trying to purge your stupid ass while you feeding them. And God was like, get away from my child. But you salty because they falling apart. That's because you don't know you in the purge. That means you need to sit down and sit with yourself. You need to be more spiritually aware. You don't know why things, people, and places are falling out of your life. That's because you're not aware. That's because God watching out for you when you don't watch out for your motherfucking self. We in the purge, y'all. Purge part 2. I ain't know it's levels to this shit. I ain't know you could still be in the purge on the outside. Like I woke up, I was like, bitch, I went through the purge yesterday. I know you lying. People, places, and things. And not only things, mind frame. So I think differently. I had a conversation that made me think differently. That made me look at myself differently. And I'm like, okay, well, I thought I knew myself, but it's more to know. I told you guys that enlightenment is not a destination. It's the journey. And in the journey, I just keep getting more and more enlightened. I'm like, oh. Let me sit down and shut up. Let me sit down and shut up, my friend. Let me sit down and shut up, my friend. You still in the purge. Did the purge ship your mind this week? Ship the fuck out of it. Shipped the fuck out of me, my friend. Ah, I ain't lying to you, my boy. I mean, shifted. That bitch shifted like a motherfucking stick gear, like a stick shift. You understand me? You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm looking for my lighter. I know it's up here. If I were a lighter, where would I be? Where would I be? So I'm only at 24 minutes. I'm only at 24 minutes. So let me go. I got these little shouts. I got these little shouts on y'all. Shout out to my people in fucking where in Monroe, in Polk City. Let me go find a lighter though. Let me go get this lighter though. I'm gonna try to keep my butt cheeks. If I were a lighter, what would I be? I know it's up here. Y'all, I'm so salty. God, like, bitch, you don't need no lighter. I know I thought, oh, there it go. Boom, right on the ground. Right on the ground. All right, so that was my spiritual Saturday. We 24 minutes in. We 25 minutes in. We 25 minutes in. So that was my spiritual Saturday. That was my little piece to y'all. We still in the purge. So protect yourself. Protect yourself, my love. Jay-Z say they come with they come disguised with a smile. Or they do something with a smile and a favor. Ah, shit. That's that. It's on Drake's Thank Me Now album. So, shit, I'm so salty I can't think of that motherfucking lyric. But that part, that song, if you know what I'm talking about, that's what I'm talking about. So, there's that. All right, so today we have an album of the week. More Life by Drake. I Couldn't Buy the Real Thing. More Life, More Everything. More Life, More Everything. You understand me? That's the album of the week. So, whatever you get down, run More Life. Whatever you need some more energy, just run the whole thing. Listen to the whole fucking album. More Life, More Everything, my friend. All right, so with that being said, basic bitch conversation for today. Today's basic bitch conversation is brought to you by Eustress. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, bitch. Yeah, like that. So yesterday was my mental health awareness walk. Eustress Inc. I'm going to put the link below it. That's always going to be my charity of choice, no matter what. So there's that. Because it's never leave the date that brought you to the dance. That's what something that a law school professor told us on my very first day of law school, and so I take that in a way. I can what I learned is I can love people from a distance. So that you know, I was like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? I'm talking to myself. I know what I'm talking about. Sometimes this shit ain't for you. Sometimes this shit for me. I was telling my homeboy that about the Nicki Minaj album. Sometimes albums ain't for people. They for the person that's actually, I wonder if she's a fucking self-projected projector. That could be a thing, but neither here nor there. Basic bitch conversation. That was fun. I had a really good time. I went uptown to one of Corey's events. Uptown Charlotte. If you're up in Uptown Charlotte, you wanna it's called Uptown Sweat. So just look it up on the calendar. It's a free event. I bitch love free shit, you know. Broke Adventures. My bitch always go on a Broke Adventure. That's mine. It's mine. It's mine. So it's one of the things that I do. I'm talking about at random. So if we talking basic bitch conversations, I'm like the purge. I didn't realize. I just literally just now looking at you. I just realized it's been a purge all week. Listen. I have been quietly, listen, this shit crazy. I've been quietly purging people all week. And I literally just realized that. I thought it was just this weekend, but my paradigm just shifted in. Damn. and for me, that's growth. That showed me growth, because usually I'd be like, oh, like, oh no, I don't want to let this go. What? God, it brought me this far. Nah, God, that shit ain't bring me this far. God brought me as far as I am. These just all tools that God used to get me where I'm going. Understand, when you look at the troubles or the struggles or the people in your life that you don't want to let go, or the things that you don't want to let go in your life, when you look at that like a tool that God used to fucking get you where you're going, just think of it as like an assembly set. Like, do you fucking keep the tools that you use that they give you in the fucking box to set up your fucking TV stand? No, bitch, you throw them away. Unless you're a hoarder, and then you're going to end up getting rid of it at some point in time. But it's not something that's meant to permanently stay in your life. And if it is, you'll know. And that's the thing. That's one of the things that I want to say. Like, people that gamble with the people that love them, they'll never be happy. I don't gamble with nothing I love. Absolutely not. Because when you gamble with things you love, you take the risk of losing it. Like, that's a surefire risk of losing it. You know you're going to lose it later on in life when it dies, but I'm not going to, there's no added risk. I'm not going to gamble with things, places, people I love. Bitch, you gamble with me, you guaranteed to lose. I told my ex, this nigga told me I'd never forget this shit. This nigga say, listen, never bet against the house. He was like a gambling genius. Love him. Crazy ass Philly ball. Leanne, you're beautiful. That part. He said, never bet against the house. I told him one day, as I know, straight face, as I know, and I wasn't, not nearly, you probably would have beat the brakes off of me if I was as confident as I am now. I probably wouldn't have no face. I was not as confident as I am now. He used to beat the brakes off my ass. Still love him. We all got our shit. But as he prepared, he get dressed, put on cologne, I know he going to another bitch house. I sit on the bed as I watch him get dressed. And I say, look, I tell him his words. I say, look, didn't you tell me don't ever bet against the house? He looked at me crazy. He probably called me like a bitch or something. I don't know. But I remember he left the house that night. You see, I live by myself, huh? You see, I live by myself, huh? You see, I done had like at least 2 to 3 of the niggas after him, right? That nigga bet against the house that night. How you tell me not to bet against the house and you bet against the house? But again, that goes back to knowing your value. Don't bet against the house. Don't bet against yourself. Don't ever bet against yourself. When we allow people in our life that put us in risky situations, we bet against ourselves. When we invite people in our life that don't value us, we bet against ourselves. When we allow people in our life that don't see our worth, we bet against ourselves. When we allow people in our life that's jealous of us, we bet against ourselves. We bet against ourselves every time we give more than we should. We bet against ourselves every time we allow we set no boundaries. We bet against ourselves. Why don't bet against yourself? Don't ever bet against yourself. Whew. And we ain't even to the motivation today, bitch. This is just Spiritual Saturday. Be like that sometimes. I don't ever bet against myself. You can let me tell you. You can put all your coins on me, and I'm gonna put all my coins on me. I'm gonna always bet on myself. I'm the house, bitch. They talk about what you bring to the table. Bitch, I bring the house. I bought the house you put the table in, bitch. That's what I bought. And that's what people don't get. People be like, what you bring to the table? Nothing. I ain't gotta bring nothing, bitch. Because without a house, your table is fucking homeless. People don't. That's my paradigm. This shift this week. I realized I was a fucking house. I was worried about what I brought to the table, cause I was like, well, I don't got no food. Bitch, you got the house. These slick talking purge swindlers, I have you believe that just because you ain't bring nothing to the table, you worthless, and they know you bought the house, but they don't know that you understand your worth. I can't stand a swindling motherfucker. Bitch, I bought the house. Fuck you and your table. Bitch, I'll build my own table. Matter of fact, I didn't even need your fucking table in the first fucking place. I was just letting you, I just took the table because I was trying to be nice, bitch. The fuck do I bring to the table? Bitch, the house the table in. Look at your life different. That was my shift. Bitch, I realized I bought the house. And I don't say that in a cocky way. I don't say that in a verbose way. I don't say that in a braggadocious way. I don't say that in a boasting way. I say that in a I know who the fuck I am ass way. Now, bitches, it's to bitches' benefit that you don't know your worth. It benefits people that you don't know how well what you worth. It benefits a nigga that you don't know that you bring the house. Cause if you don't know you bring the house and they tell you they bought the table, then you automatically think, well, if they bought the table, you owe them something. And the type of motherfucker that ain't gonna acknowledge you bought the house and won't try to get you to see that you bought the motherfucking house because they want control because all they got is the table. Yeah, you need to get them motherfuckers. You betting against yourself. Fuck your table, bitch. How about you and your table go outside? Fuck I bring to the table? Nothing. You know how many tables I got in this fucking house? I got so many tables in this house, bitch. I don't have chairs for them bitches. I just ain't had time to go build them hoes. I don't feel like it. A nigga make you think you doing them a favor. Or they doing you a favor. He said they'll come with a smile in the seat in the form of a favor. I done seen them all, done them all. That's why none of these dumb niggas can done them all. I think it's something like that. I wanted that, and that's not fireworks, but like that's how I feel. That's what people. That's the phase we in the purge. The people in the purge gonna try to make you see something. They doing mystical. They doing mystical illusions, bitch. That's what they doing. Same. They perpetrate. They got mystical illusions, and they don't understand we mystical illuminations, bitch. Like we not the same. You sound a little bit. You look like you could be it, but that's the table, bitch. This the house. Maybe you get it, maybe you don't. I don't fucking understand. I don't give a fuck. That's where I'm at today. That's where I'm at with my life. That's where I am with my life. So, I am going with that being said. That was a basic bitch conversation for today. It was some real basic bitch shit, but I be feeling basic sometimes. All right. Let me take a sip of water. I'm excited to read cards for you guys today. I owe the lovely Shanika. I got too fucked up to read her cards. I owe all three of those awesome people that I met this weekend readings. I gotta stop giving out free readings. But I'm blessed, so I just be blessed. And like, I don't like to charge for my gift. That's stupid. God pay me. I gotta be telling people. You ain't never, Mystic Beauty say you ain't been paid till you've been paid by God. Different. You don't cut my checks. I be telling people that shit, bitch, you don't cut my check. When certain people when people don't cut your check, they can't tell you nothing. The only person that I gotta listen to is God. And I don't gotta listen to him, because he could not. There's that. So there's that. Y'all, I can't wait to go finish eating. Y'all, I left the gala, mid-gala. I was over it. I was like, are you nutting me? Are you nutting me? Are you fucking... You gotta be shitting me, John. That's how... That's how I felt mid-gala. I was like, you gotta be joshing me. I know you are. Where's Ashton Kutcher? That's how I fucking felt. I just fucking closed my laptop and went to fuck to sleep. That's how I felt me and Gayla last night. Because I had a big paradigm shift. Me and Gayla, I was like, the fuck out of here. What are we doing? All right. So I don't think we have any vocabulary for this week, and which is good because y'all know I've been talking shit already. So today's motivation on Monday on Sunday is brace yourself. Brace yourself. Excuse me. And we go back to the Purge 2, or what else did I call it? Stand firm, whatever. Like when we go back to the Purge 2, it's the idea of understanding that the purge is constantly happening right now and you can walk into it at any moment. And I think right now, more than anything, the energies based on the planets is purge energy. So thank God I was prepared. And I stayed balanced through all of the purge. But to the unsuspecting subscriber, to the unsuspecting person, walking in on the purge can bring you back. It can have you. It can take you. It can feel like a tower moment for my tarot people. It can feel like your world is over in front of you. It can feel like what the fuck? I know. It could feel like I know you lying. So it's not restricted to a person. It's all around us. And so stay alert, stay alive. Stay alive this week. And I might that might be it. Like, y'all, I'm just so many things just popping off in my head right now. But brace yourself. Stay alert, stay alive. Because you don't have to do anything. A lot of people think that, in order to see what God wants them to see, they have to actively do something. Like, well, let me go find this. Let me go look for this. Nah, you don't got to look for nothing. The way God work is here. Like, if you just sitting still is an art. Everybody, monks. That's why everybody not a monk. Monks practice being quiet and being patient, sitting still. Like, I would love to be a monk. That's something that I definitely would like to study, and I probably will at some point in my life. But if you sit still, the things around, if you just go about, and sitting still doesn't actually mean to be in one place, but you can be still and like actually go about your day. As you go about your day this week, as you move throughout the week, brace yourself. And I'm not saying be paranoid. I'm not saying walk around and think that everybody's out to get you. No, what I'm saying is understand that life might change this week. And maybe not in a grandiose way, but even just the way that you think. So when you expect the change, it doesn't take you by surprise. And if it doesn't take you by surprise, you can handle it a little bit better. So brace yourself. Be mindful of the things that are going on around you. I say that because I feel like we got a stellium. Let me look. And I know, like, listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to be very clear. This is my disclaimer. I don't read astrology like everybody else. So there's that. And I won't ever. And you can go, if you want the cookie cutter fucking astrologers, go to the fucking cookie cutter astrologers. It's a bunch of them hoes on here. And listen, for my cookie cutter astrologers, I'm not coming for you. I learned from you. You're fundamental. You're everything. For me to even be able to get to where I am, you cookie cutter motherfuckers is, and I come watch you very often. But I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. So with that being said, I feel as if there's a stellium. It's a stellium that is coming up or in Gemini. So we have the North Node, Mercury, and Venus. And I say it's a stellium and not a conjunction because of the degrees of Mercury in the North Node. And it's not all within 10 to 8 or 0 to what? I think it's 0 to 10 or 0 to 8 degrees. But the energies are close enough for each other to affect them. If I'm studying astrology the way that I am studying it, and my understanding, so you got the North Node, which is in Gemini, which is his life purpose. Then you have so I guess that could be the vocabulary where when you think of North Node, when you hear me say North Node, that is life purpose. That's the greater good of all. So you have Mercury, which is communication, and then you have Venus, which is can't tell me nothing. The I planet, the me planet, the self-worth planet. And then you have the North Node. Ooh, bitch, it's so many things popping off in my head right now. And then these two planets literally just came out of a Cassini. And they're in a stellium with the North Node. And when something is in a stellium, shout out to Janice New Age Ja. When something is in a stellium, or conjunction, she said to look at the lowest degree. That's kind of the ruling planet. So right now, Venus will eventually pass Mercury, but right now Venus is lagging. So it's the energy of can't tell me nothing. Is kind of working for the greater good and tied into communication. So how do you communicate? So I'm reading that as, how do you communicate to the world? Wait, how are you helping the world? How is the part of you, the new and improved you, helping the world, and you showing that through communication? What does that look like? How are you translating? How are you translating to the world? How is what you're doing translating to the world? Is it translating to the world? And is it in a benefit of the world? And if it's not in the benefit of the world, it cannot exist. It can't exist because we still have that Uranus fucking square. Square Saturn. If it ain't working for you and it ain't working for the world, Uranus gonna say, get that fucking shit out of here. So I'm looking at the chart one, and I just see Uranus, and I'm like, the first thing that came to my mind is, this motherfucker is standing its ground. It's just standing firm. Uranus like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not doing nothing. Uranus knows how powerful it is. No, Uranus know its worth. Uranus like, yeah, nah, we good. This is so stressful. I wonder if that's my Amazon. Listen, I need to really do better with my life. I blew all of my money in a weekend, but I paid bills. So that's the first time I ever blew all my whole check in a fucking weekend. I had to pay bills. I had to do a lot of shit. I just bought a plane ticket. It's just too much. It's just too much shit. But anyway, so I looked at the chart, and the thing that came to me was like, this nigga is just, Uranus is just standing out by itself, just like, bam, I'm here. 11 degrees here. We just getting started. Now let's get it started. It's just like, I'm just getting started. The party just started, bitch, and I'm not going nowhere. That's how Uranus is sitting in the motherfucking chart right now. So we got that going on, and we have that idea of that stellium of how is your self-worth? How is that showing to the community? How is that showing to the world? And is it benefiting the world really in any way? Is it doing anything for the greater good? And I feel like if you're in this place right now where you're just going through the motions and you're not doing something that's authentic, because every time you're authentic to yourself, you benefit the world. Every time. No matter what that is, no matter what it is, every time, and I know that sounds horrible and crazy, but no matter what it is, and so with that Uranus square Saturn energy is just like, if you're not doing that, it's gonna knock it out of the park. And even if I go back to the little walk that I was talking about, like something happened, and I subconsciously, I knew I wasn't being true to myself because I was still subconsciously seeking an approval, and Uranus was like, get that fucking shit out of here. North Node, the fuck, we're not doing that. But because I'm conscious and I'm cognizant, instead of me being like, oh no, this thing was taken away from me, or this thing was ripped from me, I'm just like, oh, that was supposed to happen. It makes sense. All right, so that's a little bit about the astrology this week. So we are getting ready for Mercury retrograde. So if we're talking about fluidity, this is the universe going to the cabinet. The universe has started walking to the cabinet to go get the motherfucking cup to pour some water in that bitch. So it's starting. I say Mercury. I hear a lot of other astrologers, and I'm gonna stop just talking about them. Fuck that. As per my scientific findings, when I did the research, Mercury will station to go retrograde. I believe it is on the 25th of May, in 24 degrees Mercury. 24 degrees Gemini. This will actually be happening this retrograde will be happening in the 2nd and 3rd decans. So shout out to the spiritual bodybuilder, because he broke down short term, like just really succinctly the different decans and what they said. And he said one brings up old stuff, one thing is the process, and one deacon is the master. So we will be going in between the mastering and we will retrograde in the mastering and the processing deacon. And I think that's the most phenomenal time, because it's just like, it's not that the purge is on pause, but it's just like, okay, so at this point you should have assessed the territory. All right, you see what we in, you know what it looks like this. If this is all a test phase, if this is all a trial run, all right, so we went through a small purge. This is a simple purge. It's only going to get bigger. So let's test to see if you understand what's going on. And so this is what I think Mercury retrograde is doing right now. Okay, so then it's like, all right, so we're at Mercury will retrograde in the mastering phase. It will retrograde in the fucking the 3rd decan, but I believe it retrogrades back to like 14 degrees. I'm not sure. The retrograde actually starts on June 3rd. That's when it actually starts moving backwards. That's when it goes from 24 degrees to 18 and all of that stuff. That's when it actually starts lowering. Okay, so I say to look at for just, and we'll talk about this more as we continue, or as we listen through, as we go through Mercury retrogrades. But okay, so the purge process. What have you mastered? What do you know that you know? Mercury retrograde is going to test that in this retrograde. It's going to bring up old things and say, hey, did you learn this lesson? Are you really a master? Are you really a master here? Are you really a master in that? Have you really mastered your thoughts? Have you really mastered your peace? Have you really mastered your balance? Have you really mastered all of these things? You got to go back and process. You're going to go back and process all of the things that you've gone through up until this point to get you to the mastery phase. It's the time of I tell you, when you hear Mercury, when you hear retrograde, you're the time of rethink, retalk, redo. So the time of what do you need to what are we reprocessing? And it's in Gemini. So where's Gemini in your chart? Those are the things that you're going to be working on. And it is not specific to that, but if you want to hone in on it, if you want to really see, and you want to test out the scientific experience, just make note it's in this area of my chart. This area deals with this. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to allow and see what comes to me. Is it related to anything that is said to be in that area of your life? That's how you do a science. That's how you do a science experiment on yourself. So get ready for Mercury retrograde. It's slowly coming. It's a time of what have you learned? What have you mastered? Stay alert, stay alive. So once we get past this stage in life, once we get past this retrograde, then we back full in the purge. And we'll still, while we're here, a master knows we're never fully out of it. So while this is going on, we still have to be actively cognizant of the purge. Brace yourself. Because you're doing a lot of things at once. So, and that's the thing too. That's how you get got. Don't be so distracted that you forget to brace yourself. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Shout out to my big sister for that shit. Anxiety knocking at my door, bitch. Lilith is in 8. I just want to talk about this. Lilith is in 11 degrees Aries. I was like, this reckless bitch is in Aries? Woo! Yeesh! But it's a good time for healing. It's a great time for healing with Lilith and Aries. Lilith, I feel like Lilith and Aries is the ability to fight, to face any fear. Aries is fearless. My ex, that nigga was fearless. He was fearless. I mean, he wasn't scared of nothing. So Lilith is the the ability to really heal some shit, to really look deeply. This bitch, she a dark, twisted bitch. She the kinky bitch. Lilith would be a dominatrix. Hello, somebody. I'll freak that shit out you. But if I look at the chart as a whole and I try to tie all of this together, I say to you, brace yourself for the change. Everything's happening in Gemini. We go back to last week. Gemini is the thing that makes you look at different sides of it. So as per the purge, I was looking at one side of purge. I thought the purge could only happen in your house. The purge could happen to you anywhere and at any time. It's a different perspective. Temperance. Temper yourself. Brace yourself. Brace yourself. Temper it. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay balanced. It's so funny. All of these popped out at the same time. And I ain't started pulling cards yet. Put down the burden. Like, I don't know. Like you know the purge is here. And then what goes up must come down. So just be prepared for it. Like, there's good and there's bad. There's ups and there's downs. But you know, and if you know that, if you got the cheat code, then it make life so much easier to move through. Like I said, don't try to look. Just keep working. These cards coming to me, bitch. But like I said, you see how look at her. She tending to her garden. She learning, but she also looking around to see what the fuck is going on around her. To check to see if the purge coming to her or she need to purge a bitch. Well, I thought a broke nigga said something. That what it looked like. You are a badass witch. Let me take this out of here. So that part. But if we look at the chart as a whole, because I know I changed it. I know. I need to go eat something. I love feel love. And listen. Like I said, the purge, motherfuckers, like they came to fucking slaughter you. They came to get your pinnacles, but you saw you was alert and alive. Now they had to turn around fucking in the cold like, oh damn. She was welcoming us in, and we came to purge her. Now we got to turn around because we got here a little too late. It was the sun came up, but she saw us. Damn, she saw us. So now we didn't get to her in time, but now she know. Now we out in the fucking cold. Because we came to purge this bitch just a little too late. And she was ready. That part. But anyways. So. Like, you going away from the bullshit. You walking away from people that you ain't want to walk away from. That you was just like, man, I thought we was cool. You just but the Six of Swords is letting it go with ease. Like, I ain't sweating. I'ma just quietly leave. Bye. This was fun. I was on my way to you and you didn't even know it, but because I saw what you was doing or because God saw what you was doing, I gotta leave you where you are. And you wanna know what that said? Fuck, out in the cold, but temperance. I flipped over another card, temperance. Because you the emperor. You sitting down looking at these hoes. All right. Look, I'm listen. The cards is talking to me. All right. So, I'm going to try to sum this up so I can go ahead and get some food. Find some trash TV. This week, just brace yourself. It's a lot of change going on. We're getting ready to go into a retrograde. So whatever you learn, just take it in. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to react. Just note it. Just like my homeboy Beanie say, note it and keep fucking moving. Understand, like when you understand, you bring the fucking house to the table. You know, it hit different. It hits very differently. You don't have to tell nobody. You the house. You don't have to tell nobody nothing. Just do you. Brace yourself. And brace yourself for the emotions, whether they happy emotions or sad emotions. Like some people brace yourself for, and I say this, and I don't want to be daunting, but brace yourself for good. Something great might happen. Something wonderful. Like somebody saved you from the purge that you would have never expected. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. It's all of those things. It's all of those things. But just be mindful. Don't. It's all about balance. Too much of anything is poison. So we got all this is happening in Gemini, which is causing us to look at things differently. So when you see something from a different perspective, don't react. Just note it and move accordingly. Everything don't need a response. Everything don't need you to. Because I had to stop myself. I started to send a message last night, and I was just like, you know what? I'm cool. I'm just cool. I ain't if I gotta send you a message and you ain't send me one, I been felt like this. I was like, bad. Damn, you purged me. Let me go back home. And sometimes people purge you, and that's the best thing they could have done. they purged you out of their life, not knowing that you was really there just to help them. Now, not knowing that you was the one protecting them, but in their own ignorance, they wanted to. They do something else. They pick somebody else to purge them. They pick somebody else to ride the purge out with them, and the person that they pick to ride the purge out with them be the one to fuck over. But you can't do that. When people purge you and you know your worth, you just walk away. Same. Brace yourself. Brace yourself for having to walk away. Brace yourself for purging or having to be purged. And then when you purged, time tells all. These cards just keep popping. They just keep watching out. Just keep looking. Just keep tending to your business. You know your heart. We don't convince anybody or anything in the neighborhood. We don't listen. If you don't know, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you I'm a house. The fuck, bitch. You in the house. I bring the house. So for to try to make me tell you I'm the house, that's insulting my intelligence, and I cannot stand people who insult my intelligence. That'll get you cussed out quick, bitch. Quick fire. All right, sun at the bottom of the deck. All right, let me do a little shuffle for you guys. So just brace yourself this week. Stay alert, stay alive. Be mindful of what's going on around you. All right. I'm gonna shuffle. Be mindful of what's going on around you. Be mindful of people around you. Be mindful of the things around you. Embrace yourself for a shift in perspective, and it might be a big shift. It might be a small shift. But it's all about change. It's all about standing your worth and understand that everything that's happening to you right now is happening for the greater good. It's happening for the greater good. It's happening to help people. Period. It's in conjunction with the fucking North Node in Gemini. So the perspective changes that you get this week are only for your benefit, and you gotta know that. No matter how it feel in the moment, it's for your God. The devil meant it for bad, but God meant it for good. God's got a blessing with your name on it. But he gotta get these people out your energy, because if he don't get them out your energy, like when he bless you with what they bless you with, they gonna try to purge you and take it. He don't want you with that extra added stress. So brace yourself. Just know whatever happens to you is happening. Whatever is happening to you is happening to you for your good. Whatever change, whatever belief system that shifted, just lean into it like last week. Brace yourself for it. It's not always fun. It's not always easy, but hindsight is 2020. There's always a reason for everything. So right now, what's happening for you, what's happening to you is happening for you. It's happening, and it's happening. It's going to have a greater benefit on your world and the world around you. And then the world pops out as I say that shit. I'm not ever surprised when cards pop up no more. All the same cards wanted to come out. And all of this talking about, listen, the cards telling the story. We are at 103, so I ain't even holding y'all too fucking long. I got a brownie I'm about to go eat. Oh my gosh. Bottom of the deck. Eight of Cups. What's under that? Because you fucking already know. You already know. You fucking already know. You walking away because you realize you know you the fucking house. You realize you the house. It's a perspective change. You already know what you need to fucking know. That's why. You walking away because you already know you learned the lessons that the world was here to teach you. That Taurus energy. We still got Taurus. And you just keep fucking working and watering your plants. But that's just the bottom of the deck. Once you walk away, once you've learned the lesson, you walked away because you learned the lesson that you already knew inside of you. All right, so here we got, these are cards we got. We got the World. We got Judgment. We got the Three of Pentacles. We got the Six of Cups. We got the Four of Cups. You got the Hermit. You got Temperance. And you got the Two of Cups. I got it. You can't make people take no blessing. You can't make people take a blessing. Stop trying to force yourself on people. Stop trying to give people a blessing that they won't. Let this little salty motherfucking person, place, a thing be miserable all by itself. We don't go where we're unwanted. We don't. A king or queen does not beg anyone to do anything. We don't go where we're unwanted. You can't make people take a blessing. Like, this is you trying to protect somebody in a purge, and they just want to not, they purge themselves. And some people purge themselves out your life because they stupid. That's a problem too. They leave your safe haven to go out into the world and be miserable. That's fine too. You just let people. You can't make nobody take your blessing. Take a blessing. What you need to do, and we're going back into Mercury. It's so funny. This is from now on my Mercury retrograde card. You see how she closing the computer, and I think Mercury retrograde is just the time and that's probably why Mercury is retrograde. Go retrograde. It's a time to put all your electronics away. It's a time to talk less. It's a time to do less. It's a time to be less so that you can be open to what the universe has to give you. If you're distracted with your computer, if you're distracted with Instagram, if you're distracted with the things around you, then you can't be open to what the universe. I just said, don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. If you're distracted, you're looking down and you're in the middle of the purge, you can't see nobody coming towards you. You can't see nobody trying to come and take you. You have to be aware. And the most easiest way to be aware is to be present. The most easiest way to be present is to cut everything off. To process what it is that you have just been through. And while you're doing that, work. While you working, there's people watching you. Yesterday, I said, these hoes watching me. They studying me like I'm a motherfucking book. Like they trying to dissect my shit. Listen, I'm not watching nobody but what's in front of me. Don't get distracted. Don't look up to the side. Just keep fucking working. While you processing, I told you, a master knows to do both, knows how to do both, knows how to constantly be aware of what's going on, but still only focus on what it is that he or she is doing. Everything is conspiring, like everything, like you're safe, you're protected. Everything is conspiring for your good. You get what you deserve. You get what you deserve. You protect it. Like the whole, what would you do if you knew the whole world was conspiring to make your wildest dreams come true? But all you had to do is make it through the purge. I tell you to be patient and act steadily, move steadily. Don't move too swiftly. Take care of the people that take care of you. Don't give too much. Do not become out of balance. And it's just like cups of giving. And if you continue to do this, you will have so much more. You'll have so much to give. Like, she handing this she don't even know. This is like, hi, I'm giving you blessings for your generation. You have no clue though. You're gonna be handing out. You're gonna have people lined up to come get your blessings. Who next, bitch? I got some more. These are the cups of blessings she just giving out to people. Cause she the house. This bitch an angel. This what angels really look like. And this person looking for like, oh, this blessing is for me, yeah. But you gotta put down the burdens. This is right after the fucking nine of fucking wands. That's when the ball looked like he just got beat the fuck up. He just left the purge. And you want to know what these is? These all the fucking people that you had to purge. Just put that shit down. All the people that then either purged you or had to purge, spring cleaning. You didn't clean up your house. Now you taking all of that shit, all the things that didn't want to be there that you tried to make be there, all the things that treated you badly, all the things that didn't see your worth, all the bullshit that you got just through this month. You're like, damn, I just started cleaning this and I got all of this shit. Yeah, and this just the beginning. You're going to have so many more. But now you got a technique down. Now you know what to do. Yeah, it's time to go ahead and take this fucking trash out. Let me take this fucking trash out. Get this shit out of my fucking house. Let me get this shit. This the fucking table. You done broke the fucking table down. Like, here, get this fucking shit on my fucking house. You done broke the table down to the simplest form and threw this shit at your house. This is you taking the trash out. That's it. That's all. I'm not even reading no more. You heard me. You know what it was. You can't make people take nothing. Just keep grinding. Just keep fucking grinding. We going into Mercury retrograde. Be aware. Let the world conspire to take you wherever you want. I can show you the world. I can show you the world head ass bitches. I can show you the world head ass bitches and people not taking it. like let me show you the world. The world is in this cup. And this person like, I don't want the world. Well, bitch. Bye. Bye. Get your fucking table out my fucking house. Break this fucking shit down. Because you get what you deserve in the purge. Did you deserve to be purged? Or was God protecting you? Like, hello? But know who you are. Know that you're the one who give out the blessings. Know your worth. Know that people gonna line up for years and years and years, miles and miles and miles, just to get a little taste of what you just put your finger in a cup and stir it around. People want to taste your sweat, bitch. That with your sweat sparkling and look like cotton candy. Kids, adults, men, women, trans, non-binary, asexual, bisexual, any other sexual, the whole spectrum will line up just to get a taste of you. This your energy in a cup, bitch. They used to say, we wish we could bottle you up and sell you, bitch. And I'm giving it away for free. Niggas be mad at that shit. But when you give from a place, a balanced place. Don't give for any other reason than the reason in which you give. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. That makes sense to somebody. Give from a balanced place. And as much as shout out to Valentine, what you give, the world will give back to you. What you put out, the world will give back to you. You reap what you sow. If you plant a shit, nothing's gonna grow. Shit's not a seed. Temperance. You walked away because you learned your fucking lesson. You're walking towards better. So when you have to leave these people in the purge, because it's not that these people wasn't good friends, and it's not that these people didn't make you happy. It's not that this job wasn't fulfilling it. It's not that this job didn't pay the bills. It's not that this organization wasn't enough. It's something. Sometimes you got to go from good to greater. Sometimes you got to let somebody, like sometimes I'm a queen and I just want to become an emperor. So you walking from queendom to emperor. And that card kept popping out. It actually fell out on the floor. Because you learned, you went through the things, you learned all of the lessons. You let life teach you, and you understand life is a constant teacher. And you realize you was the house. The high priestess, you knew. You knew, other people knew, but they didn't tell you you knew. So just keep working. Watch what you say. This was upside down. This is not rejection. This is protection. Like God protects you from something that somebody that think they got away with something. Something that think they got away with something. But it's also a reminder to be strategic in how you move, especially as while we are in the purge. The purge is a very delicate thing, and it's not going to look like what you think it's going to look like. So be strategic and be mindful of other people's strategies. They will come to you in many different ways. No one will ever fight a lion face to face. They're always going to try to get it from a distance. Don't be mindful of how people will try to attack you, especially the more you grow. They'll come with deceit in the disguise in the form of a favor. But God meant it for your bad. But the devil meant it for your bad, and God meant it for your good. Just sit on your throne. Don't believe me. Just watch. You know who you are. You know you the house. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. No matter how many times people come to you, you got God protecting you. You got the world conspiring to give you what you have given to the world. God is able and he won't. He ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. You good, you protected, you safe. And that's just the way it is. Star card. Strength. Man, just wait for it. Fuck this shit. This shit don't even matter. This so far in the past that it don't even matter. What come after this? Fighting and shit. Nah, yeah, you ain't there no more. Like, you went from a queen. I told you went from queendom to kingdom. And again, it's upside down again, because that's God telling you, I'm protecting you from this. Them people that left you, them people that hurt you, the people that purged you, and you ain't know why they left or why they had to go. That's because God was protecting you from people who was trying to get to this. As God said, listen, this is God sending his angels and his warriors. Like, you so focused here. This person, this little black girl, she so focused. This is you in early stages. This is you before you became this, before you became the emperor. And God been protecting you from people that's going to hurt you your whole life. And you don't even know it because you've been so focused. It be like that sometimes. Like, he protecting you in the front and the back. He protecting you all around. Ooh. Because he know you got growth. Oh, so every time you grow, you get a little bit of piece of joy. You get a little bit of piece of happiness. But just know at the end of the day, you protected, you good, and just look at it. It's the sun card. You what's better than it? She like, yes. This bitch Snaggletooth. Always have your inner kid. Let your inner kid out. Like, don't let the world harden you. People let the world harden them. They let the purge harden them. And that's a piece of information too. When you realize people do you fuck shit, when you realize the purge is happening, the key is, the one thing, the real game changer is to not let the world harden you and to keep this little jovial person on the inside of you good. Hello, somebody? All right. We could go. I could read that whole deck. It be like that sometimes. All right, guys. It has been Motivational Monday on Sunday. It has been Spiritual Saturday. It has been Business Savvy Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to record a personal video. I need to, but I also need to go eat. So I've been working my ass off. Let me get off the treadmill. Let me do what this video is. This hermit is saying, and fucking close this computer and go eat and just go enjoy myself. I don't even know when I'm gonna put this out, but I'm gonna put it out soon enough. Look, I'm taking the earrings out. A bitch is tired. A bitch is tired and hungry. And when people come back talking about they feel left out in the cold, tell them they walked out the house. They did it. Sometimes people do it to themselves. Sometimes you can walk away from a blessing. We don't convince nobody to take blessings around here. All right, guys, it has been Spiritual Saturday in the motherfucking neighborhood. Again, I want to shout out to the spiritual bodybuilder. I want to shout out the Peace Dealer. I want to shout out Esco. Make sure y'all book Esco. I want to shout out to everybody on Mystical Illuminations. I appreciate you guys for always coming through and supporting me. And with that being said, I'm going to talk to you all later because I'm hungry.